It's that time of year again. Family is gathered close, hot chocolate is flowing, and that great holiday music hangs in the air along with the chill. Hello, Everpony. Prince Elagona of Aquilonia here, and happy holidays to all of you. This year, Daniel Ingram and the singing cast of MLP has granted us a very special gift, in the form of an original Christmas album entitled, of course, It's a Pony Kind of Christmas. I want to preface this by admitting my own biases. I, for one, do not support the idea of even acknowledging Christmas in the show, or the brand as we know it today having anything to do with Christmas. Now, don't misjudge me here. I love Christmas. Even as a non-Christian, I love what Christmas stands for. I love the family, the camaraderie, the gifts, of course, both the getting and the giving, feasting, and wishing goodwill to our fellows. So it's not that I dislike Christmas, or that I think the themes of the show don't jibe with it. Clearly they do. But Christmas is, for all the commercialization and secularization, a Christian holiday. And I just can't reconcile that into a near polytheistic system where multiple God-like beings walk among the goddamn citizenry. That's why the writers created Waming to begin with, so they could do holiday-themed episodes without dealing with the specifically religious connotations that come from Christmas. I would have been very happy with a Waming album. In fact, I hope that's what they do next year instead. Now, that said, the question remains the quality of the music itself and how it's presented. So to tackle that, I think it best to tackle the album like I did the last time I did a music review. And that's basically to go track by track. So to start with, we have the song It's a Pony Kind of Christmas. Instantly, the melody feels fitting and familiar. And of course, the main six harmonize well together. This feels like a bunch of different Christmas songs you've probably already heard. It's just got that classic feel to it. This is your typical kind of everyone is doing something for the holiday, so we might as well celebrate all of it kind of Christmas song. You know the ones, like Silver Bells, those kind of Christmas songs. And in that respect, it's pretty decent. It's nothing to write home about, but it's certainly a nice little tune to start us out with. After that point, we start getting character-specific tracks. And the first is Rainbow Dash singing Jingle Bells. One thing that needs to be mentioned is that the lyrics for many of these songs have been changed in ways to make them show specific. This one isn't just changed, but is rewritten to tell a whole new and different kind of story. And one that I actually have a little bit of trouble deciphering, but I'm going to try. Okay, so basically, Rainbow picks up Rarity and Applejack for a little sleigh ride. Sleighs actually fly in Equestria, and Pegasi use them? How? Where do they store these things? Are there cloud sheds? Whatever. Something happens that I don't quite remember the details of. I think some monster attacks Ponyville or something. And Rainbow scares the ever-living crap out of AJ and Rarity by doing a sonic rain boom. And I can't remember if she's flying them into battle or if she's trying to fly away from the monster. Yeah, it's pretty convoluted and confusing. On the plus side though, it does have a nice little rock beat that fits well with Rainbow's singing. I think Danny and crew have learned that the way Ashley Ball voices her, with that raspy kind of tone, rock music suits better than any other kind. But all this song is kind of confusing and kind of just there. Next on the list is Rarity singing Deck the Halls. Because, of course, what else would the fashionista sing except the song about decorating? But all sarcasm aside, Kazumi Evans once again proves that she's the best of the MLP singing voices. The vocals here are big to fill the gaps in the sparse arrangement. I just wish her enthusiasm was as big as her actual singing. Miss Evans sounds bored here. This is the start of a trend on this album that's just shocking and more than a little disappointing, and that's phoning the performance in. Daniel Ingram certainly didn't phone in his arrangements, so a set of lackluster vocal performance is doing his hard work a disservice. And frankly, given everyone's general enthusiasm most of the time with anything involving the show, it seems a travesty to have such little enthusiasm on so much of this. Not a bad song, but just really disappointing in other ways. Next up is Twilight singing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." Nice song for Twilight's range, and a nice bubbly arrangement, but the song sucks though. Why? Because not only is the song phoned in the metaphorical sense, but it literally sounds like Rebecca Soche left her vocals on a fucking voicemail. And that's terrible! Why does she sound so distant and tinny? Why is there no inflection in her performance beyond what's necessary to clearly hit the notes? Why does she sound like she'd rather be doing anything else? Just fucking ugh! Now we get to the one where I have to bring everything back to a screeching halt to talk once again about why I had misgivings about the whole thing from the moment it was announced. We have Fluttershy singing Silent Night. And of course, they ponified it. Now, normally, something like this should make me happy. Fluttershy's my baby, after all. And this kind of song, this perfect little lullaby, fits her voice perfectly. This should be my favorite song on the album. The music works, it's the right fit for the right voice, and it all just sounds really pretty. But it's those lyrics. Taken in isolation, there's nothing really wrong with them. But Silent Night is a religious carol. Everything else on here is original music or workings of secular classics. This is the only one that is directly about the nativity. You cannot change the lyrics in a religious carol. They lose all meaning and indirectly become offensive no matter what the message actually is, because you decided to not respect the song and hence the ones it has meaning to. I wouldn't change the lyrics to a Tibetan chant. Why? Because that's me slapping an entire religion and peoples in the mouth and saying, I think I know better than them. And that's the issue with the entire concept of an MLP Christmas album to begin with. Because Christmas is a holiday in the truest sense. For 1.3 billion people, it literally is a holy day. Thankfully, the message of Christmas, the ideals of family, harmony, peace, goodwill, charity, sacrifice, celebration, and joy, are universal enough themes that they do translate well across multiple cultures and can be easily applied to secular music that has no need to mention Christ at all, but still remains true to the spirit of the holiday. So why the fuck didn't they exploit that one more time? Why even wade into the deep end of the pool like this? No. Just no. Fuck this song, fuck whoever in the chain thought it was a great idea, and fuck this shit, I'm out. Let's move on. Next on the list we have Pinky doing the 12 Days of Christmas. And boy does the melody here bounce. As in, it's manic. This is a meth rush of a song, and that's only fitting for who's singing it. And the lyrics are downright hilarious. The best intentionally funny moment on the whole album. But this one still suffers from some odd vocal choices that make it sound a lot more like a pre-Smile song, Pinky number. You know, back when she was supposed to be so mediocre that her voice could literally spark a race war? Yeah. For as exuberant and energetic as Shannon Chan Kent's performance is, a welcome upgrade from the insipid and uninspired vocals of both Twilight and Rarity's numbers, it feels like 3 steps back for her. I can't describe it. It doesn't seem like that should be possible. Now we got an original number called Last Year I Got Coal for Christmas. This one is actually pretty good. It's an upbeat rock track featuring some really, really funny lyrics. And it feels almost like a reject from that punk Christmas compilation, A Santa Claus, which, if you don't know, has a song very much like this called I Won't Be Home for Christmas by Blink-182. So if you know that song, think something along those lines lyrically. I don't know who is supposed to be singing it though. The metadata says it's a group called Popfly. Just if they're supposed to be representing a specific character, I can't tell you who it is. I think this is just something Daniel Ingram had lying around, and because it was so funny and because it was Christmas themed, he just invited these guys in to do it, and found a way to weasel it onto the album. Not that I'm complaining though, this one is just plain good fun. And now we're reaching the home stretch. Last 3 songs. And you know what they say about saving the best for last. Next one is Spike singing Jolly Old Saint Nick. This version of Jolly Old Saint Nick proves that if you just let Kathy Westluck sing, Spike can be pretty fucking tolerable. No gimmicks, no half-hearted repeating of Twilight's lines, no having Spike flub up for comedic effect. No, this is just purely sung and it's joyous. The music itself has a Michael Bublé style big band swing / old time pop feel, and Kathy is clearly having a lot of fun just belting it out. This was sort of revelatory to me. It's been so long since the show has truly treated Spike with some dignity that to have something official to the show do so fills me with glee. The fact the song itself is so damn good is just icing on the cake. The penultimate song on this album happens to be a revision of that New Year's Eve classic, Auld Lang Syne, translated here from Scottish Gaelic to English as Days Gone By. This one is sung by Applejack, backed by the other Apple family members. I'll admit, this one made me tear up a bit. Ashley Ball sounds absolutely earnest as can be as Applejack here, and I think the song deserved that kind of treatment. I've always loved this song. Robert Burns isn't just the greatest poet and lyricist in Scottish history, but truly one of the best to ever write in the English language. Easily the most underappreciated of the Romantics. The original, which is about taking time while looking forward to the future to pause and remember the friends of the past, would work beautifully already with the show. Couldn't you just imagine Twilight and Moondancer doing it as a duet? But they changed the lyrics slightly to instead be about remembering absent family. And my heart broke into a million little pieces in the best way. Boy, this year they really wanted to hammer in that yes, it's canon, the Apple parents are dead, didn't they? But my gosh, is this song just all the more beautiful for it. So take your cup and raise it up just as surely as I'll do mine, and laugh we will at stories told as we smile at days gone by, as we smile at days gone by. Yes, we will indeed, AJ. Yes, we will indeed. And finally, we have what is supposed to be the crown jewel of the album, and that's the full-length version of The Heart Carol, performed by the Phoenix Chamber Choir. Sadly, it's the only heartwarming song on the whole album, and it's one we've already heard before. But it is nice to hear the complete version, which fits a number of themes of not just the show, but Christmas as well quite perfectly. And the music itself is absolutely gorgeous. It's big, it's glorious, and it sounds like something the Mormon Tabernacle would sing. carries all the weight of a traditional religious carol, but fits the show and hits the same themes in a much more universal way. Overall, this album is a real mixed bag. The first half to 3/4 of it is just really bland. Like, everything is just kind of there. It's this mixture of very well done music with absolutely zombified vocals that just ruin it. Not to mention one extremely poor choice of song that's almost guaranteed to piss some parents off the first time they hear it, and I won't blame them for it. I know it wasn't intentional, but that was still a really brain-dead and offensive moment. But those last 3 songs, boy did they know how to finish strong here. By whatever means necessary, you need to take those songs and make them an essential part of your MLP musical experience. It's a shame that they're hampered by so much mediocrity. I'm gonna give this album 2.5 stars. It's about as middle of the road as you can get. I expect so much better from everyone involved here, and I'm feeling really let down right now. But there are some good moments here, so if you can find a free sample on YouTube or something, give it a shot. You might like it. There's certainly stuff here to recommend. It's just, I didn't think it was all that special or nearly as good as it should have been. Until next time, bye! And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Yule to all of my fellow pagans and heathens out there. And have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful whatever feast and celebration you're having. I will see you guys later. Mwah! Kisses and hugs to all. And goodwill and peace be upon you.